Her hand lashed across my cheek, sharp as a cracking whip, and the dining room seemed to pause in mid-breath. Forks dangled above plates. Wine quivered in delicate crystal stems. "How dare you lay a finger on me, you vile man?" my mother-in-law bellowed, frantically wiping at her dress as if I'd smeared it with filth. I'd only grazed her chair while reaching for the gravy boat. Then my wife turned, her gaze icy, her words even colder. "Say you're sorry to her or get out." I chose the door. No slamming, no begging. Just a quiet exit, like a spirit slipping free from its shell. 3 years we'd been married, and for 2 of them, I'd been her shield. When her mother sneered at my job, I forced a grin. When her sister implied I was fortunate to have her, I nodded along. I let their barbs carve pieces from me, believing love meant weathering the storm. But I was the only one running, sprinting through a race with no finish line. The sting of her slap was nothing compared to the ache of her betrayal. I sat in my car, engine silent, the dashboard swallowed by night. Revenge wasn't on my mind, not yet. I was piecing together when she'd stopped being my ally. Then it hit me. Months back, a text from someone named Adam had lit up her phone. "Same time tonight?" She'd brushed it off as a work friend's jest. But there were other signs, her sudden absences, a scent of unfamiliar perfume, lingerie she'd never worn for me, reserved for her business trips. I'd let them slide, chalk them up to trust. That night I couldn't. I didn't drive home. I checked into a hotel, gave myself room to stop trembling. Then I began to recall every detail, her fleeting, dismissive glances, the secrets she assumed I was too blind to catch. And so, I began to plan, not with noise but with precision. A month earlier, half out of instinct, half out of fear, I'd hidden a camera in the living room clock. She never noticed. Then there was her laptop. Her password was predictable. Her childhood dog's name paired with our anniversary. Sweet, almost. Inside I found messages, photos, an entire folder labeled miscellaneous work. It wasn't work. It was her and Adam, tangled in hotel sheets. Adam wasn't a colleague. He was our real estate agent. The one she'd pushed me to hire to sell my apartment. The one I'd bought before we met. The one solely in my name. That detail would matter soon. I copied everything. 1 USB, 2 cloud backups. Then I called the agent and pulled the listing. Legally, she had no claim. He tried to protest, but I sent him a photo of hotel receipts with their names. He went quiet. 3 hours later, she strutted through the door, heels clicking as if the evening hadn't fractured. She stopped short in the kitchen. Every light blazed, candles flickered. A single plate waited on the table, steak, wine, a neatly folded napkin. Her smile was cautious, like she could pretend nothing was shattered. "You made dinner?" she asked. "No," I said, voice steady. "This is your final meal here." Her laugh was thin, brittle. "What's that supposed to mean?" I slid the USB across the table. She didn't touch it, just glared at me like I was something stuck to her shoe. "You're being ridiculous." I pressed the remote. The TV flickered to life, showing footage from the camera. Her Adam, our couch. She flinched, her first honest reaction in months. Then came the fury. "You spied on me? You invaded my privacy." I smiled. So did Adam. Repeatedly, it seems. She lunged for her phone, dialing her mother. I didn't stop her. I'd already sent the footage to her entire family, including everyone at that dinner. By the time her mother answered, she'd seen it. "I warned you he was trouble," my wife shouted into the phone. "He's twisting everything." I took the phone gently. "She struck me," I said. "And you supported her. That was your last chance." I hung up. She stared, eyes wide. "What do you want?" "I want you gone," I said. "By morning." The next day, I filed for divorce. The prenup she'd skimmed over worked in my favor. The apartment was mine, the savings too. Her lawyer tried to push back. I countered with the footage. We settled quickly. Adam stopped answering her calls after his wife found out. His agency cut him loose. She moved in with her mother. Weeks later, I hosted a small dinner. True friends, not her crowd. Same table, same wine. One of them asked what had happened. "It started with a slap," I said. "It cleared my vision." They chuckled. I didn't. Revenge wasn't my goal. Respect was. When it's not offered freely, you claim it quietly. Leave it at their feet wrapped in truth. and walk away unburdened. Some marks don't wash out, but some are etched in memory forever.